Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for Grow My Bag TV, and I hope you're having a good one. There is a lot going on that we need to discuss. First, I did not realize how big Nevada is when it comes to crypto. Like crazy big. Apparently, they shot up as the number one state in the United States behind crypto. You would think that it would be Texas, given, oh, yeah, no, it can't be Texas because they've got crazy laws, even though they really like Bitcoin miners. Really odd. It's definitely not New York. Why? Because New York hates crypto. So it's hard to even buy the popular crypto coins and, cryptocurrencies in New York State, but it's Nevada. Actually, we should not be confused or actually surprised. Why? It's Nevada. Las Vegas, you know what I'm saying? So but it did strike me as something that's interesting. Celsius, which is in bankruptcy and is about to flip over to being a mining company, a Bitcoin miner, is about to drop $470 million worth of Ethereum into the market. Why? Because they will be unstaking that amount, and obviously they've got bills to pay. So that's going to be interesting to see how it affects the actual market as a whole. If you've noticed right now, the market is taking a big hit, and we'll get into the numbers a little bit. Now, there's another controversy that was brewing with regard to XRP. Apparently, there is an exchange traded product that's backed by XRP that was, a whole boatload of it was given to Fidelity. And everybody thought it came from Ripple. It didn't. It came from Amun AG based in Zurich. They do, DeFi. So that should actually put everything to bed because that was brewing over the past few days. So I'm not actually worried about that. I'm actually happy about that. Something else that came up. I spoke about this earlier this year and late last year. I'm sorry. I spoke about it earlier in 2023 and late in 2022. You have a lot of companies that are bailing out of India. A lot of crypto companies are bailing out of India because they say that the laws there are way overboard, which I can believe because their taxation laws are crazy. So you're going to see a lot of those companies, and where are they going? They're going to Dubai. They're going to Dubai. So like Wazir X, I think, was one of them. So you have a lot of companies that are bailing and just saying, yeah, skip this. Skip this, can't do crypto in India. We're just going to go over here and we'll do crypto there, which is why India is going after companies that are offshore that are doing business in India. I think India is going to be in for a wake up call. That whole BRICS thing where they want to dethrone the dollar. It's not just the dollar that you've got to contend with. They're going to have to contend with crypto because a lot of the transactions in the future are going to be done with crypto. So that's going to be interesting. Something else that's going on with Ripple is there seems to be a DDoS attack against XRP Ledger. So I'm trying to find out more about that because that just popped up. So we're trying to understand, like, how is that affecting network stability, all that other good stuff. This is actually a great test. So I'm going to be paying attention to that in a major fashion. Now, I am a little bit, vain, but I find it cool when billionaires agree with me. The latest billionaire to agree with me is Chamath Palihapitiya, okay? And he agrees that Bitcoin adoption is going to grow in 2024, and mostly because of ETF approvals. Yeah, I think so. More importantly than Bitcoin adoption, I think because of what Bitcoin represents, there's going to be a tremendous amount of follow on crypto adoption. Now, hear me out. Bitcoin is a great store of value, right? We know this. However, it is not necessarily the best thing to use when you want to transfer money, transfer assets, because it's expensive and it's not necessarily the fastest on the market. So, what I'm suspecting is as Bitcoin gains adoption, you're going to see more and more people gain an education, which means that you'll see businesses start to offer that. And then you'll see people start to use it, and that's what's going to grow in adoption. So I think 2024 is going to be the adoption of Bitcoin, but I think 25, 26 is going to be the adoption of all other cryptos. I want you to keep in mind, cryptocurrencies have gained more adoption, more education in a faster time frame than even credit cards. Okay? Then you have to think, well, companies are going to start offering credit cards. And then people started getting credit cards. So companies start accepting crypto, and then people start getting crypto and using crypto. See what I mean? It's a cycle that starts, but it has to start somewhere, right? So it's usually websites like mine that, accept crypto, other companies starting to accept crypto. My mother has a jewelry company. She accepts crypto. She accepts PayPal, credit cards, crypto. She's good to go. There are other companies that are starting to do the same, right? We have another one of our clients. She's building an e-commerce website with us. She's going to be accepting crypto. So you start realizing that adoption, although small now from a commerce perspective, is growing, and I'm pretty sure it's going to grow exponentially when you think about Bitcoin spot ETFs being approved this year and that growth of Bitcoin throughout the year. Then you'll see everything else, because then it'll be all about speed, right? If I can go to a cash register and I can check out with crypto as fast as I can check out with a credit card, you're good to go. Mind you, credit card transactions are not as fast as you think. What happens at the register is not the end of the transaction. I did a video about that a while ago, so check that out. But just wanted to put that out there. Anyway, something else that we should be paying attention to, let me just bring up my notes on this. We've got big news coming this week. You've got the producer price index coming out. You've got, actually, you know what? I think I can show you the screens on that. Give me a moment. Bear with me. Well, maybe not just yet. So on Thursday, you've got the consumer price index coming out. And then on Friday, you have the producer price index coming out. That's going to be huge. That's actually a very big deal when you stop and think about it. And the reason why is because that's what the Fed looks at when they're contemplating whether or not to raise rates, keep them the same, or lower rates. So those are big numbers that are coming. Then this week on the 12th, right? If today's the 8th, you're talking Thursday. You've got JP Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, BlackRock, Citigroup, Bank of New York Mellon, all coming out with their quarterly numbers, right? So that's going to be a huge banking industry day. But don't get it twisted. There are other companies that are reporting on Wednesday too. Companies like, and I want you to pay attention to this. I named all the banks. Now here are some big consulting firms that service those banks. Tata Consulting Services, HCL Technologies, Wipro. So that's going to start to paint a picture of where that space is. And I'm not assuming, but I'm also guessing that the next quarter is going to be telling as well, right? Because, some banks have layoffs coming, all that good stuff. And you'll start to pay attention to all those things. Then on top of that, you've got other companies like United Health, Fast Retailing Company, Seven & I Holdings, Delta Airlines, Albertsons. You've got some big companies. You've got literally over 500 companies reporting this week. I think it was like 568. So there's a lot of news that's actually going to wind up coming out. And you have Boeing right now, not about earnings, but because of that doorstop that happened on the Alaska Airlines jet, it's bringing down the Dow. Dow's dropped like about 100 points or something like that. But you know what we should do? We should get into the numbers. So give me a moment. Let me pull that up. I can bring that one down. There you go. So looking at the numbers, we already spoke about PPI and CPI. Fear and greed index is at 71. That's good. The total value locked is down a bit, back at $68 billion. Not bad, though. Not all that bad. I mean, look at that chart right there. So it's not all that horrible that we're down to 68. We were as high as 75, 74, 75. But that's okay. We're still moving in a lateral fashion right there with Bitcoin, right? We keep getting close to that 44, that 44,741 that I keep talking about. Notice how we keep getting close, but then we come back down. That is a major resistance level. Period. That's a major resistance level. It's going to take work to break through that. And I think we will, but it's going to take work to break through that. Right now, you've got XRP weighing us down. You've got Solana NFTs taking an 80% drop since December, weighing us down. You've got all the issues going on with XRP weighing us down. And I'm going to tell you something right now. The numbers have dropped enough where, to show you all the red, Cardano's down below 50 cents. What you're looking at, to me, again, are buying opportunities. Wasn't it just last week that Matic was close to $1, right? These are the opportunities that I'm talking about. It's down at 77 cents right now. Why wouldn't I get in? I know what it can achieve, so why wouldn't I get in? That's how I'm looking at it, right? So Bitcoin is up, is still down, but when I look at it, it's up from where it was just a few months ago. I think right now people wanted to create a buying opportunity. They did. So I'm going to be bagging some more. That's honestly how I'm looking at it, right? If you want to look at the numbers from a table perspective, here you go. And you can see everybody's taking a hit, right? Year to date, Bitcoin is still up 4.05%. Or 4.05%. Oh is not a number. But when you look at that, you sit there and you kind of go, yeah, it's not even year to date. My bank account wouldn't pay me that much in this time frame. It hasn't even been a whole month yet. I don't know. So if I'm trading, or if I'm just looking to make a couple of bucks here and there, I'll take that win. I would absolutely take that win. Right? You look at Solana. Solana's down 10%. And again, I tell you it's because of the NFTs, right? So you've got a lot of numbers coming through this week that are going to be telling, that are going to affect the market. Those are big deals. I'd be paying attention to that. I wouldn't be worried about it, but I would be paying attention to that. Then you also have, probably by the 10th, which is Wednesday, looking at an approval for a Bitcoin spot ETF, because I think it's coming. BlackRock seems to think that it's going to be on the 11th. I think it's going to be on the 10th, right? I think the deadline is the 10th, and maybe public, knowledge of it all will be on the 11th. Who knows? But I think we're going to get some kind of answer. Actually, we have to get some kind of answer this week. So fear is, we could hear a no. Highly possible, right? Everything's still 50-50. You can put odds on it if you want to, with all the administrative things and things like that. Even I said, too many administrative functions have been done to get the approval, out the door. So it would be strange to me to hear that there is a no. So that's what we're all waiting for. Anyway, this is Eddie J on Crypto for Grow My Bag TV. Don't forget to visit us. If you like what I'm doing, drop me a note. I love hearing from you guys. If you have ideas about how I can improve, drop me a note. I love to improve. I love to learn. And if you want me to do some research, do me a favor. Sign up on growmybag.tv. That's where the conversation really should happen, so we can actually build a community just for investment and business management. Anyway, hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.